Hello everyone, welcome to 1.9 problem solving. The essential question is, how can you use the strategy solve a simpler problem to help you solve a division problem? What we're going to be looking at today is we're going to take a problem and we're going to break it into smaller, simpler chunks. And then we're going to use that to get the quotient or the answer to the division problem. So we have two vocabulary words, one of them I just said, quotient, this is the answer to a division problem. The other one is dividend. This is the number being divided. So here are the steps. Step 1. What numbers are needed to solve the problem? Step 2. Are there any numbers I can combine or add together? Step 3. Can I break the dividend into smaller numbers? And step 4. Divide the smaller dividends, then combine the quotients. So let's get started with number 1. Mark works at an animal shelter. To feed 9 dogs, Mark empties 8 18-ounce cans of dog food into a large bowl. He divides the food equally among the dogs. How many ounces of food will each dog get? So let's look at the numbers, and I'm going to highlight them. I see that there's 9 dogs total, so he's going to divide the food by 9, right? So I know that he's going to divide by 9. And it says he has 8 18-ounce cans of dog food. So he needs to combine 8 times 18. So that should be the first thing we do. We combine 8 times 18, and then we take that answer, and we're going to divide it by 9. Okay? So let's go ahead and do that right now. 18 times 8. 8 times 8 is 64. Wait, is that right? Yes, it is. Sorry. I had to check my mental math for a second. 8 times 1 is 8, plus 6 is 14, so it's 144. So, we're going to take 144 and we're going to divide it by 9. Now, I don't know what 144 divided by 9 is by itself, so I'm going to break it into smaller parts. Okay? So I know 9 times 10 is 90. Okay, so you see that? And I'll do this in a different color so we can understand it better. 9 times 10 is 90. Alright, that's my biggest thing that I can do, 9 times 10. Well, what's 144 minus 90? And I'm subtracting that to find out what the other number over here is going to be. Okay, so 144 minus 90, let me do that right now. 14 minus 0. Oh, I'm sorry, I did that totally wrong. 4 minus 0 is 4. 14 minus 9 is going to go ahead and be 5. And so it's going to be 54. Okay, so 144 minus 90 is 54. So 144 is the same as 90 plus 54. Now I know I multiplied 9 times 10 to get 90. Right? Now, so 90 is the same as 9 times 10, right? 54 is the same as 9 times 6. So that being said, I know that when I take 9 times 10 and I add it to 9 plus 6, that's going to get me 144. Okay? Now there's a reason I did this. And the reason is that I need to know what my answer is. So I took 10 and I took 6. That equals 16. Okay, so let me go over it one more time just for clarification. Okay, let me just go ahead and erase this and this and this. I needed to divide 144 by 9. I know 9 times 10 is going to be 90, and 9 times 6 is 54. 90 plus 54 is 144. Okay, and I multiplied 9 times 10 and 9 times 6. So I know 10 plus 6 is 16. Okay, because that's what I multiplied 9 by. Right, I had 10 and I had 6. Right? And when I add those together, so 9 times 10 9 times 6 kind of looks like a distributive problem, right? When I multiply those and then add them together, it gets me 144. So, since I multiplied using this number here and this number here, I need to add those to get 16. And now I'm going to check my answer. I'm going to say 16 times 9, it should be 144. 9 times 6 is 54. 9 times 1 is 9, plus 5 is 144. So, I know that when he divides the food equally among the dogs, each dog is going to get 16 ounces. Okay? Notice what I did. I combined 18 times 8, then I divided it by 9. Okay? Alright, let's go ahead and let's do number 2. Number 2, and if you have questions, you need to make sure you ask at the end of the video, okay? And make sure you're asking during our discussion time if I don't answer them. Number 2, Michelle is building shelves for her room. She has a plank that's 137 inches long, and she wants to cut into 7 shelves of equal length. Now the plank, not plant, sorry, it's plank. The plank has jagged ends, so she will start by cutting 2 inches off each end. How long will each shelf be? So, she's going to cut off 2 inches on one end and cut off 2 inches on the other. So you got to subtract 2 from the get-go. So 137 minus 4 is 133. And what you're going to do is you're going to take 133 and you're going to divide it by 7. Now I know, or I don't know, that what 133 divided by 7 is. So I got to break it into smaller parts. So I know 7 times 10 is 70. And if I take 133 and subtract 70 from it, I get 63. So it's going to be 70 plus 63. And that's going to equal 133. So I had 10, and 7 times 9 is 63. So it's going to make it 19. Okay? Let me show you that again. So I have these two numbers, right? And when I multiply them by 7, look at this, my distributive property. When I multiply them by 7, I get 133. Right? So it was 7 times 9, or 7 times 10, sorry, and 7 times 9. 10 plus 9 is 19. And if I check that, 19 times 7, I should get 133. So that's 63, and that's 13, and that's my answer. Alright, let's do the last problem very quickly. Once again, that was plank, not plant. Number 3. Ryan has 9 14-ounce bags of popcorn. He wants to break them down into smaller bags, which hold 3 ounces. How many small bags can he make? So, he has 14-ounce bags of popcorn, and he wants to break them down to bags that make it, or that hold 3 ounces. I'm sorry, he doesn't have just 14-ounce bags. They're always trying to trick you. He has 9 14-ounce bags. So I'm going to take 14 times 9, then I'm going to take that number, and I'm going to divide it by 3. So let's go ahead and do that right now. 14 times 9. 9 times 4 is 36. 9 times 3 is 9 plus 9 times 1 is 9 plus 3 is 12. Okay? So you have 126 divided by 3. Now, I know my 3's, and 3 times 12 is the biggest one, and that's 36. So I can't go higher than that, just with my mental math. But here's something. I see that this is 1 and 2, right? 126. I see that this is the same as 12, right? Or 120. So why don't we do 120 plus 6? And I know, since 3 times 4 is 12, 3 times 40 is going to be 120. And 3 times 2 is going to be 6, which gets us 42. So do you see how I did that? I said, oh wait, I know that this 12 is the same as 120. 3 times 4 is 12. 3 times 40 is 120. And then I can just divide 6 by 3 and get 2. So he's going to make 42 small bags. And let's double check that. Let's take 42 and let's multiply that by 3. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 4 is 12. 126 is our answer. Alright guys, that's it for today. If you have questions, let me know. Other than that, thank you for watching and have a good one.